He's on the ropes. He's spit off the ropes. He's moving around now and he's getting a little bit of a rhythm. He finally got that second win. Can't be stopped.
Round coming to a close. Hands up, defense. Side step. 1, 2, please. Don't know who to stand. It's the endurance test. The real fight begins. Take a roll to this corner. Come get your second win.
Welcome to the Second Win Boxing Media. I'm your host, Rashid Hammy, and alongside,
it's your boy, Caesar Fantastic.
well, today we have a very special guest in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We have no other than future world champion, Frankie, the franchise, Scarboro Jr. How's it going, brother?
It's going great. It's going fantastic. It's going fantastic.
Hey, this past Saturday, man, we saw you put on an excellent performance, and bruh, you got a crowd like no other, man. You got a crew, man. Like literally, man. Like I've been around this thing since 1991, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've saw the best of the best, right? Fight on the level that you're on now, right? But I've never seen a crowd or a most between you and my guy, what's my guy name? Just fought Outlaw, Greg Outlaw. Between y'all two, y'all have one of the most electrifying fan base that I've ever seen in DMV boxing history within the 90s to now. I'm talking about consistently coming, and this is I'm speaking before world title talk. Now, it was one other guy too. I got to give it to Jared Hurd. He had a nice follower with the t-shirts, the same similar style like yours, but the size wise for y'all is like much larger. Like I'm seeing 500 and 300 and 200 every time y'all throw something. So, bruh, that right there shows what you are marketing. You're marketable, and you have a backing, and promoters is gonna hop onto that. They're gonna hop on that instantly. So you already in the driver's seat with that alone, man. We want to talk about this past Saturday, man, the fight itself. What was going through your mind, man? What was going through your mind this fight, man? What was the preparation?
The thing that was going through my mind the most was making my way down to the ring, because I had this little helmet here. That was the first time I got to do something creative like that. Other than that, everything was already written. We prepared for it. So it was just, man, it's time to let my skill set show. It's time to let my skill set show. And that's all I was thinking. Like, I was well prepared before the fight even happened.
But the opponent you fought, I watched him. He was a slick guy. He was feinting, and I could see the movements. I kept seeing him throwing a few little feints out there. So I was like, he know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? This guy's a fighter, you know. But I think you cracked him on the nose, or either it was the delayed body shot. But I know it was painful because I could tell the way it looked in the face, man. Yeah. What shot was that?
It was a hook. This we've been talking about patience, and we've been talking about being mature, and I kind of let my maturity show by being patient. And I was jabbing. Oh, we got it in the background. Yeah, I'm jabbing, and then I came around with the hook when he brought his hand forward. That's a mistake that Nesto taught me not to make, reaching down. But everyone doesn't have a coach like Nesto, so they don't go with things like that. And he did the same mistake Nesto told me not to do. I came around and caught him with the hook. The same thing Nesto told me would happen if I put my hand down right there.
Wow. That's one thing about Nesto, man, and we come from the same class, right? You know, who's my teammate. And our trainer, Tom, and my father were strategists. Like before fights, we prepared in strategies for opponents. So Nesto still got that going. And you know, I say this, and I'm not trying to be biased, right? Because Nesto's my teammate. But as I lately been analyzing other trainers, right? Nesto It's one of the best trainers in this area, hands down, man. If you really pick his brain and listen to the stuff that he has to offer, man, Nesto brings a lot to offer to making world champions. This is no accident right here between you and him, man. This is divine intervention right here. Where you came to him and I see some great things happening with you, man, down the road, man.
It was all part of God's plan, man.
Yes, indeed, brother. Yes, indeed.
It was all
And
part of God's plan.
shout out to your father, man. God, your father
Absolutely.
is one of the most electrifying guys around too, man. Like
Absolutely.
he brings it, bro. He brings it. He don't play no games either with nobody, man.
Now he need his own reality TV show. It's $1 million show. I'm telling you.
Real talk, man.
You
Real
gotta see
talk.
him in the ring and around the ring, but you gotta see this man outside of the ring. He's his own character.
I can imagine, bro. I can imagine, man. I can imagine. Please, I'm gonna hand it on over to you, brother.
All right, I just want to start with, how did you feel about your performance that night?
Yo, if I'm being quite honest, I was a little upset. Even though I did get the knockout, I wanted the fans to see the full skill set show. And the movie ended a little early.
Yeah.
However, I'm hoping and I'm praying that everyone can afford to come back and watch me again, because this time there's going to be more skill set being shown. And I do appreciate all the love, and there was a couple of people that was actually saving up for this fight. And like I said, I can't thank you enough. Like, I can't even find the words to thank you enough. But I really, really do appreciate it. And man, that's love. It is.
Yeah. It is, definitely. Now, I know the saying, like, you don't get paid OT or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But, like, would you rather just get work sometimes? Or, like, would you rather just, okay, you know what? I get him out of here. I'm going to get him up out of here right now.
Well, I would rather, like I said, I would rather put on a show. You know what I mean? I would rather put on a show. However, we're talking about the professional business. And in the professional business, the thing that's the most important was top 5, longevity. I want to have a long career. You know, the coronavirus set everybody down for 3 or 4 years. So I want to make up for that time. And I'm going to do everything that I need to do. Take care of my body, get the right amount of sleep, drink water, not doing nothing crazy.
That's
And,
right.
yeah, I'm doing a good job at it. And even if I did a wrong thing, then Nesto is right there as a safety net. They tell me, hey, don't be doing it. Or my dad and my mom, hey, listen, you got a long career. Like, everyone sees the potential in me, and everyone's playing their part and helping me stay on the right track.
All right. Now, coming off a first round knockout like that, is it anything that you can learn from such a fight?
Actually, I learned that I hit the hardest when I'm relaxed. The whiteout before this one, it was at Rose Corp Raceway. It's probably like a year ago. It was our first annual all whiteout. I came in there. I was the most relaxed that I've ever been, and I got the knockout. Some people say it was the knockout of the year. He was out cold. That's when I fought. I forgot his name.
Lavelle Barnes or something like that.
Yeah, Lavelle Barnes. I wasn't trying to get the knockout at all. Like, I was a smooth sailing knockout. So all of the other fights, like, you know, I've been like tussling. Like, I've been winning that knockout so bad, and I haven't really been getting it into the 4th round. But this fight right here, like I said, the knockout wasn't on my mind. It was just coming out there, winning every single round and putting on the show. And I got the knockout in the 1st round. So I was like, man, now I got to wait again to fight, and I'm not going to try to get the knockout. And if I get the knockout, then it's like, all right, I got to hang of this.
I'm going to get this, yeah. So what was the game plan coming into this fight?
The game plan was, like I said, it was being mature. It was being calm and not overreacting to anything, and being a smooth sailor. So that was the game plan, and I perfected it. Like I said, I wanted to perfect it a little longer. I wanted to see myself do it all 6 rounds. However, I can't complain. 1st round knockouts, people dream of those. And I got one.
You got it. Now, in your career so far, what improvements have you noticed in yourself?
The improvements that I noticed in myself is 100% definitely my defense. If you pay attention, I'm being defensively responsible at all times. Whether it's a half step back, a whole step back, a step to the side, or just keeping my hands up. I'm always being defensively responsible. And my what's the word I'm looking for? My patience. I used to run in there like a chainsaw. Now I'm taking my time. I'm picking my shots. I'm placing them in the places that I want to place them.
That's the one thing I noticed. I said, man, Frankie picking his shots. Oh my
Yeah, he
God.
picking it. I noticed that too.
And he's
Yeah.
working behind that jab, like you was
Yeah.
saying earlier. You was working behind that jab. I'm like, man, and that's how I came. You popped that jab out and came right around. Boop.
Yep. Hooked off the jab.
Yeah. But and what's some things that you working on? What's some improvements that you notice you can make?
It's only, I'm my biggest critic. I judge myself hard. One thing that I noticed is I tried to bend down and throw a stab to the body, and I guess I was a little off balance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that happened. I used to go to yoga, but I stopped going to yoga this camp. I could say it was a lot of things. I could say it was a cup. I could say it was a little shorts I like wearing. But like I said, the fight didn't go on long enough to really see what it was. But I guess I could start going to yoga again. I need to improve on that, my flexibility.
Now in your career so far, you've been in with some tough guys. I noticed the Cuban guy, even though it was his debut, he was coming over from MMA, and I'm like, I was watching that fight. I remember being at that fight, and I was like, man, this dude was good, man. And then
he was good. He was an amateur standout, over 100 fights.
Yeah,
way more amateur fights than me. So it was nice. He was good, and I give him credit for sure. I can never give him credit.
Man, him, Duttonell, and everything, right? A few other guys, like they, you've been in with some good fighters, man. How's that feel, like knowing that you going in there, you going up and against some good fighters, and holding your own?
It feels like I'm doing my part. It feels like I'm not pretending. Nowadays we have a whole lot of, and I call them Instagram boxes. We have a whole lot of boxes that look good on Instagram. A whole lot of boxes that can hit the mitts nice. A whole lot of boxes that can hit the bag nice. A whole lot of boxes that can shadow box nice, just for the camera. It just makes me feel like I'm the real deal in the aspect. And like I said, I say that humbly, but it makes me feel like the real deal when I go in there and I'm fighting people that I know can fight. Whoa.
Yeah. But now never fails to amaze me, man. She touched on it earlier, man. Scarboro Nation, man. The roar, the crowd, just the Scarboro Nation.
Oh yeah. I like doing it. I love doing
that. Everything, man. Like how important is that energy and the support of the fans and the crowd, throughout in the fight and throughout your whole journey?
It's very important. It's very important. Like every person there, it helps me out. Like seeing, I got teachers from high school and middle school that come out. I got bosses that come out. I got my cousins out there. I got my mom out there. When your mom had to fight, you got to put on your best show.
Yeah.
I got my granddad's coming out, like 90-some years old. It's important. I know my parents talk highly of me. I know they got their friends out there and their friends' sons. And I don't know if you're too familiar with Dragon Ball Z, but it was something called the Spirit Bomb.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It was something called the Spirit Bomb. And it was like, the people, whatever, I need your power. So it's like, pretty much everybody in the crowd is giving me energy to perform, pumping me up.
That's what's up, man. You got something else, shit?
Yeah, man, I noticed that Nesto put a post up the other day. You ranked number 20, what?
24.
24.
I just seen it today.
Heavy,
24.
man.
Today too, yeah.
That's a big deal, bro.
Won all 16.
That's a big deal, man.
I mean, it's cool.
It's a big deal. I'm saying it's a big deal because you got what? 6? How many fights you have now?
I got 6. Yeah, I got 6
fights, right? 6
KOs,
fights.
yeah.
Man, a lot of guys don't get in the top 30 until they got about 15 fights sometimes, man.
Yeah, it's exciting, but I can't get sidetracked. I can't get comfortable. I can't take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. I got to keep marching. And at the end of the day, the goal is to win a world title.
Yeah.
And, I'm not going to be satisfied until I do that. And I know that I'm going to do it. I just don't know how long it's going to take.
So which weight do you at which weight again?
Right now, all of my fights have been at 130. We've been giving people a couple of pounds. but I'm always weighing in around 130. Last fight before this one, I weighed in at 128.
Wow.
I feel comfortable fighting 35. So 126, 130, 135, it really doesn't matter. Like I said, I think my skill set will carry me on, no matter what weight I'm fighting at.
Okay, yeah. You even one, I think you'd be good from 35 all the way down to 20, whatever, with 22, all the way to 47. Either one of them, Like I say, I'm rooting for home team over everything all day,
All day.
For sure, man. I love that support right there. Like I said,
yes, indeed, man.
I'm blessed to get support like this, and I don't want to let anybody down. This is why I go in the gym every day and I work my hardest.
One other thing. The spot, was it Spartan or Titan? What is it that you had on, man? That armor, man. Explain what was that about, man?
So I like having nice uniforms, look good, feel good, fight good. And it just kind of hit me like, man, we got the white out, we got white and gold. Something that will look great is the Trojan armor.
Yeah.
And like I said, I watch Troy,
yeah,
three times,
That's
three times every year. I love the movie Troy.
Yeah, me too.
So that my uniform was inspired by Achilles.
Achilles, that's indeed, yeah.
And, I was actually looking at it, and you see the clip where he fought the giant.
The big guy when he came out and hit him down.
Ran out. Yeah, hit him one time.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how the fight went, kind of.
It actually went the same way.
Yeah, I feel like it went the same way.
Caught him right on the button.
You gonna have to put that clip up there.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Hey.
We gonna have to side by side that joint, have you coming down and have you catching him with the hook for real, man.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Once I noticed that, I'm like, oh man, I must have really been in my jam a little bit.
Premonition going on.
Yes, indeed, bro, man. When is your next time getting it? Are you going in there in September or whenever? I think you're doing around October, the next one, or?
Well, I am a free agent, so I never know when I'm gonna fight.
I got you.
But if the right offer is made, then we're always willing to fight.
Okay.
I can't tell you exactly when we're gonna fight, or I can't let you know the offers that we're being made. But
I got you.
It can happen at any time.
I know how I go, man. Yes, indeed, bro. Yes, indeed, man. Who you got on the upcoming fight next week, man?
I've been trying to keep I've been trying to keep my opinions to myself. But then, I watch more Earl, and then I watch a little more Earl, and then I watch a little more Earl, and I'm like, all right, he got a little bit of that same dog in him that I got. So now I'm going Earl. Game recognized game. I could tell.
We got it out, you man. That's good, man.
And I feel like it's my backup, whatever, my support. If a car going 120 miles per hour couldn't slow him down, I don't think a man weighing 147 pounds.
Hey man, that's a good analogy right there, brother. Wow. Hey, that's a good one there, brother. That's a good one. But man, it was an honor and a pleasure to have you on here, man. You're welcome here anytime. This is home to us, so Hillcrest is home to us, and this is home to you, brother.
Hey, man.
Hey, listen, I'll come on anytime. I apologize for crossing my arms, man. These mosquitoes out here tearing me up.
You outside? Okay, I can't tell.
Yeah, I'm outside. These mosquitoes out here tearing me up, man.
Yeah, they've been dogging me all day, man. I understand. I know the feel.
Ladies and gentlemen, future world champion, Frankie, the franchise Scarboro Jr., the second win boxing media. Peace.
Hey.
Frankie franchise Scarboro Jr., man, for stopping through, man, today. And we had a recap. Now we're going to get into the other fighters and the other fights that were on that card. There's a lot
going on.
There was a lot going on that day, man.
Going on that night.
Just a lot that was unpredictable, basically,
Yeah, definitely.
What's your take on it, C's? Give me your take on this Saturday just passed on Tony on Jetta Promotions fight card that happened at Merlin Live Casinos, Live Casino Merlin Hotels
Yeah, on
in
the 15th.
Hanover of Maryland. So give me your take on the C's.
Man, I thought it was a great card, man. Tony never fails to put on a great show. You know what I'm saying? Good fights all around. Like, you know the fight's gonna be matched well. Like, it's gonna be really good fights. Like, I'm telling you, if you haven't been out to one of these shows, make sure you pop up, man, because like you guaranteed good fights, man. And that's what we saw. We saw good fights. So, win, lose, or draw. Every fight was a good fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it. Like, on the card as a whole, I thought it was just like a great night of boxing, man, in the area. With good fights, a lot of wins, some losses, but the losses ain't nothing but losses, minor setbacks, and people bounce back from those regardless. So never want nobody hold their head down after an L. Just learn that lesson and bounce back. So but like I said, it's a great night of fights, man. Gotta salute Tony for that one, man. Good
yes,
night.
indeed.
Good night.
Tony always Jetta Promotions, the energy in the place is just different, man. It's different from a lot of fight cards that I've been experienced.
Yeah, feel like a pay-per-view fight, man. Feel like a pay-per-view card.
The main events are great. And that's what gets me the most in some of the fights on the main event. But it's a lot of preliminary fights that was also great too.
Great dudes, yeah, great
fights. For example, Mohammed Jones. We had the pleasure of interviewing them. Had some minor technical difficulties, but that young man, I watched him in Philly, fighting Philly. I've watched him fight in several times at the Merlin casinos. I watched live casinos. I watched him several times fight there since I think I basically saw his pro debut, to be exact. He has got more calmed. He's laid back. He's starting to fill out that professional feel. And I'm impressed, man. I'm impressed with him, what I'm seeing from him and his trainer. His great trainer as well. Umar, who's he had a nice, great amateur background, similar to mine, but came up with some top guys back in the area, like top guys from the DC area back in the 70s, the Ray Leonard era. And young man is definitely following suit, man, and is doing what the legend wants him to do, man. What's your take on C's?
Definitely one to watch out for, man. When we was sitting there watching, we like, man, because seen him a few times myself, and I'm like, we both sitting there like, man, look, he picking his shots so good, and you know what I'm saying. He really has developed, man. You can see the development, and that's the beautiful part about seeing, especially like I said, man, if y'all ain't coming out to these cards, man, I'm telling you, you get to see the development of these fighters, and you can see the growth of them, and you get to see them from the ground floor, man, and you can see the development, man, and you can see the levels that he's taking. You know what I mean? He's 5-0, 3 KOs, and look like he's on his way, man. He really showing that he's somebody to be reckoned with.
Facts. Oh man, there was some upset as well. Fact, true upset.
A couple
Let me
upsets.
start with the first one. Monzo, the Punisher, was upset against
Vitaly.
Get his name right. Get his name right, C's. I you know I'm gonna mess it up.
Vitaly Gupkin.
Okay, yeah. He got caught with a shot. He took a knee
Yeah, got caught with
got
a
up
shot,
too late on the count.
Mm-hmm.
I think he got up too late when you
Yeah,
take.
he
He
got
did
up.
right taking that knee. I
Yeah.
thought that was what you do when you
Yeah,
get
he
hurt.
started getting up when he heard 9.
When he heard 9, no,
it's like,
when young fighters, when you take that knee, you got to get up before 7 and 8. That's your time.
eight
Why
is the
8
latest,
counts
yeah.
ain't called 8 counts for nothing. That's the time that the referee gives you to recover. 9, you out.
It's like, yeah, it's like,
That's like it's over basically almost.
Yeah.
Like 9 trying to beat 10. That's this not Rocky. You know, real life you gonna have to.
You see
You
guys
gotta
give
get
up
up.
doing that. You see
Gotta
guys that,
get
that
up.
really don't want to fight doing stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
if you really want, I ain't saying that was the case in this situation. But
Exactly, likewise.
You know what I'm saying? But you see it sometimes where it's like, so the ref gonna take that into account as well. You know
Exactly.
What I'm saying? But yeah, like you said, get up at 8, man, and then it's other ways. It's other ways to get them, get that extra couple seconds. Walk to the corner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Walk away a little bit. Ref gonna call you back. You know what I mean? You do some little things that's gonna get you a little couple extra seconds of time to get yourself right. But make sure you up by that 8 count, man, and be alright. But yeah, he responded on IG.
He did.
And he said he was positive about it or whatever. So he's positive about it, and he said he'll be back, and it's just a minor setback basically.
Lessons, yep.
So
and that early in his career.
He said I wasn't myself tonight. I beat myself. I own up to that, but trust me, this only gonna make me better. You'll see come October.
It's early in his career. You can take that L like that, and again, it can be eliminated forever if you learn from it and apply what you learn. So losses in the beginning like this can be fixed. Many greats have lost in their early careers and never lost again. Pacquiao was one example. Actually, Pacquiao was knocked out before in his early career. So you can come back, young soldier, man. It's part of the sport, man. It is what it is. And get back in that gym. Recover, rest right now. Take your days off, but get back in the gym. Don't do no sparring, but just start doing light training. So and the next upset was Greg the Outlaw.
Greg Sharpshooter
Outlaw, right?
Yes, and they're against a tough guy from Mexico, Juan Meza Angulo.
Yeah, that was unexpected as well. And I saw when he got caught with the shot, I thought he was going, but when he went down, I knew what his knockout was a little different than Monzo's. It was more of he was out, and then
so he
tried to get up. Yeah, and saying it was one of them one of them shots. Yeah, it's a sport of boxing, and people get caught. Also saw his trainer, Coach Fox, post something about someone left a message on his I think they text him or some things of that nature, and some effect where it had something to do with they were trying to compare issues between his son loss and some weird shit, man. It's some weirdo shit going on, man. My take on that is trainers it's nothing a trainer could do to prevent somebody getting caught flesh on the chin and get knocked out. That's not, I don't care what trainer you got. They can't teach you withstanding a knockout when somebody catch you a punch you can't see. Now, you might could fix defensive things of that nature, but I don't put this on the trainer at all. This don't fall on the trainer. It's not fair to the trainer to even been blamed for such, and for them to compare a situation between a father stopping the fight for his son, which is natural and is for protection of the fighter. So I'm speaking on the other fight that they so-called tried to correlate together. It's listen, DMV. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this first and up front. That was some punk shit for someone to hide behind a message and blame him for a situation amongst a fighter getting caught. It's not fair to boxing, and it's weird energy, and we don't want it over here in our backyard of the DMV area. It's unacceptable, and it's not fair to that trainer who's dedicated his life to this beloved sport. Whether you like a person or not, this is not the time to step on nobody while they're down. And I mean that from the heart, man. What is this thing going to? This social media text message shit is getting out of control. I don't know Fox much. I haven't had many conversations with him, but from what I do know about him is the guy's dedicated to the sport. He's a well all around person that takes his time and studies certain things like nutrition. I've heard things from other trainers that he's a great nutritionist. I mean, I don't know, not a nutritionist, but he knows how to lose weight properly. Let me put it like that. And he's a dedicated father, so it's not fair for him to get that bad bone from some punk hiding behind a goddamn text message. That's my take on it. If you know me, I don't usually highlight things of this of such, but I thought I had to bring it up because I saw the message, and when I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw it, and I thought it was a damn shame. Shout out to the whole crew, man, on that end, man. Outlaw, get back in the gym, brother. Got caught with a shot. Things happen. Learn from the mistakes, come back. And Outlaw is one of my favorite fighters as well. I like Outlaw's personality. Outlaw is a good guy, man. He's a good guy. He gives away. He's dedicated to the sport. So it's just one of those mishaps. And boxing is real life. Boxing is real. Boxing is real. Your heroes can sometimes be defeated, and it happens that way, man. And it happened to the best of us. We all had some form of something similar. If you really boxed on an elite level, things happen, man. It's just what this sport is about. What you got to say on the C's?
Yeah, I'm gonna show his post real quick. I'm gonna show his post, Outlaw's post on his IG. He says, mentally, I'm devastated. Physically, I'm fine. I don't doubt God's plan, but sometimes I question it. I work hard. I don't cheat the sport. I sacrifice. Team Outlaw, I love y'all. Until next time. So
the response is more like an Outlaw response, man. That's the type of personality that we know him as, man. I don't care where we at. Outlaw gonna stop. He gonna show love to us, so we gonna give it back to him. So
he's in good spirits. He know. Like I said, man, I watching it. The guy, he's a crafty guy. The guy he was fighting, and he got caught. I mean, he dipped. The guy dipped, like and fainted, basically fainted to the body. Came over top, caught him, clipped him on the chin, and it happens. You know what I'm saying? I think he dropped his hand to protect his body. I don't know if he got hit with something in the body earlier, but I noticed that he was keeping his hands low in the corner a little bit before. So, but yeah, he got clipped, man. It's
part of the sport.
Bro. It's part of the sport. A lot of the best. It doesn't happen to the best. You know what I'm saying? So.
Real talk. But yeah, man, that's basically what we have to talk about today, man. And we look
One
forward
shout
to
out
the
to
next.
Makai. Got to
Shout out to
Makai.
I almost left out my guy, man, Makai Phillips.
Shout out Makai Phillips.
Yeah,
Got
we didn't
first
get to.
round
We
KO.
interviewed Makai as well, right? He was one of the ones got interviewed as well. The sound is not on point. I brought the wrong microphone for the guest, and I apologize for that. But we're going to have an update on him soon too. Yeah. So Makai looked good. I mean, he went in there, and went to work.
His debut.
Went to work.
57 seconds in the first round. He got him up out of there. When he was on the show, he said that he think he was gonna go second round or whatever. But the opportunity presented itself. 57 seconds, man.
Yeah, done deal. Got him up out of the mix.
He looked good. He looked good doing it, man. So salute to him, man, and definitely.
Yes, indeed, man. Shout out to his trainer, the great Melvin Foster. Shout out to him as well. That's a perfect match. I think it's going to be great for them both. Perfect combination, man. Shout out to all the guests I saw in the building. Shout out to Silas Fortune, one of my teammates. We called him June. Everybody know him as June. Came in the building, who is Makai Phillips' cousin. So that was one, what I'm saying? That's where the connection is right there between that. So, Silas Fortune is like a brother. Came from Kenilworth Gym, and then he came over to us at Hillcrest. Father got him in there. And that 1 year, he became a national champion, man. So, I've always had respect for my brother, man. That's a brother for life. And Makai Phillips, keep doing what you're doing. Future looking bright, man. Shout out to Jetta Promotions for creating a platform for young fighters to come to and look up to and be able to build their careers. I'm looking around, and as I see guys like Ahmed, who now has a location to build his career up, where big platforms like PBC is not able to recognize him right now, or recognize him. Yeah. He's able to build his career to that point, right?
Build that fan
So
base.
we got to give our credit to what credit's due to Jetta Promotions for being consistent. It's a difference between putting on shows, but this guy is, and Jetta Promotions is consistent with throwing cards every 6 months to 90 days or something. I don't know the exact numbers, but I know he'll have a card in October, then one in February, and one again in around July, like he's doing it. So it's a consistent thing. So I have to take my hat off for Tony and the Jetta Promotions team, him and his wife, who are giving people a chance to build their careers up.
Definitely.
Yes, indeed. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing. We here. We see it. We see it. We see it.
Gotta give Tony the round of applause, man.
Yes, indeed.
Salute.
Also, shout out to my brother, Light Skin Lou and Kiki.
Salute to
brother and sister, Light Skin Lou and Kiki. They was in the building, man. I haven't seen them in a few months. But every time, man, there's a reconnection, man. Yeah. I also interviewed Lou. That was also scrappy too. So, I'm gonna try to, try to see if I can fix the audio. I'm gonna mess with it anyway for future situations or such. But man, shout out to Lou for being able to even taking his time off from going from what he was doing with, getting his coverage to sitting down with us as well, man. That's a brother right there. So, man, hell of a night in boxing, y'all. Also, shout out to Frankie franchise Scarboro for stopping through today. Truly appreciate it. He had to leave. He had a situation as well. A round of applause for him as well, C's.
Yeah, Frankie came through, got a first round knockout as well. So yeah, definitely salute to Frankie.
Yeah, man, it's a nice some nice fight cards on there, man. Nice fighters on there, man. Everybody continue doing due to time. We're not able to get all of the fights. We're just getting the ones we highlight what we feel as though is the ones that's worthy right now because of the experience and the skill set. But shout out to all the fighters on that card. We thank you for dedicating yourself to the sport of boxing. And keep it all in the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, the second win, Boxing Media. Peace.
Peace.
To the next one.